Hello everybody and welcome back to another tutorial of Terragon.de, where we want to see how to import data from Excel or OpenOffice, for example, and use the data inside in a Tensor and inside of PyTorch. So what we first want to do is to make list of different values here, for example Terragon 1, Terragon 2, Terragon 3. That can be whatever you like, of course. So you have three inputs, and we take here random numbers that are the actual values inside, not so big, so yes, like that. And so we make here for every kind of variable data some random input in Excel. So that can be everything you have as source data, and you have to save that. For example, I already saved that here, so I just click save with that file name and as a CSV document. That is quite important because we want to use Pandas, and for that we go here inside PyCharm and we start writing our code. And first we want to import Torch and import Pandas as PD, for example. That's standard, you don't have to do that like that, but we want to do it. So then I'll paste here the code. That is the code for reading the CSV file here, and you can see here is the file name. It's the same as we had in our OpenOffice document. And with the PD read CSV command, PD for Pandas, it will read automatically the columns and rows, so you don't have to deal with that so much. And then we want to print and see what we have. So here we have our data. He is importing the headlines also, so Terragon 1, Terragon 2, Terragon 3, like here. And we have here all the values we have. The first column here is new. That's not inside our data here, but it is the index of Python here, of Pandas, to index our input rows. In OpenOffice it's a different count, so he starts the 1 with the headline and row 2 is the first input, and here in PyTorch is the first row of data. This has the index 0, so it counts from 0. And the next step is to convert the data here into a tensor, into a PyTorch tensor. For that we'll create Terragon as a tensor, as a torch tensor, and we will import here Terragon sample data that we filled with the CSV data, and we add point values. That means he only takes the values here inside our array, and then we will print again, and we also want to print the shape like we saw in the PyTorch tutorial. And you see here the tensor looks like that. It's not the counting here is not shown, so because it's just adding the values to the tensor, and it has the size or the shape 10(3). So we have 3 columns or 3 different types of input, and we have 10 lines of input or rows. So yes, that's our training set, or what you want to call it. Okay, so that was it. Short and straightforward. See you next time.